I'm coming straight at you, no looking back.
Good evening, everyone. That's kind of, well, the stream was kind of, let me also double check my sound settings because yesterday's stream, my microphone volume was extremely loud. I will have to tackle that, which I understand why, because it was boosted up to 100. Now it should sound a lot better. Bit of a hurry. It's because Rolling Swarm was unable to stream tonight, and I am going to fill his shoes, and I'll be following the games that he will be following tonight. He would have followed tonight if he was alright. But anyway, we will have Rolling Swarm back in stage 3. So once again, here are all the groups, and I hope that everything is going to run smoothly. I will have to double check a lot of things. So okay, so let me find my room. So tonight you will know which 4 teams would advance to stage 3 knockout stage, and which 4 teams would advance to stage 3, stage 2 last chance tournament. I didn't find my password. Right. So, let's go and hit ready and take a light tank. Right, I'm in the room, so everything looks fine to me. Anyhow, this is the format of the tournament, so you know there are two groups of 6 teams. Top 2 advance to stage 3 directly, and the third, fourth will go to stage 2 last chance tournament. Yesterday the standings are as follows. So we have Jones and SPRTA in the top 2 positions. SPRTA beating Val in an upset, and I don't think anyone would have expected that. So really huge well done to SPRTA yesterday. Can they maintain this kind of form today? They will have 2 really important games against Jones and LOCA, and they would really relish the chance to finish the top 2, so they have 2 lives in stage 3. So can they do the unthinkable? We'll find out tonight. And then we have group 2, being VE1L and Serenity. No surprises there in the top 2. Raid and CHRD is 3rd and 4th. At the moment, Val, TTT, ZGS and R3TI will be saying goodbyes, if it's going to be the case. Right. So at the moment, both teams still getting ready. We would like to thank once again Harry for donating a huge chunk of the money to this tournament. We're proudly sponsored by Harry, and if you want to donate to this tournament and be featured in this slide, then do so. The links are in the description below, and I really hope, we really hope that you could chip in a little bit, so that the prize pool would reach to a decent amount. At the moment, we are only around 600 euros. As a prize pool, we hope to reach 1,000 euros again this season. So without further ado, let's see. The browsers are staying as well. That means we will have to change a little bit of this. So we will have to interact all of these, and I'm not going to do it now. I'm going to do it afterwards. So let's get into the room, shall we? Right. So here we are. These are the lineups tonight. I hope everything is fine. And let me find. Yes, good. I think the games will start very soon, and we begin with round 3 Normandy. LOCA versus TTT. LOCA going with quintuple 60Ps. On the other hand, TTT going for double 50Bs, double I7, triple M60. LOCA going for that T110E3, which is going to be an interesting choice. But Normandy has a lot of ridge lines, so for you to hold down. So that means T110E3 could become useful in this map. So I'm not very surprised to see T110E3 here. Can they make use of that tank? It's a well-armored tank, but the amount of hit points, as you can see, only 1,908, which is not a lot. So they have to be really mindful of this, and that is also why you're seeing TTT has a slight hit point pool advantage, but LOCA gets C first, and TTT gets D right after. So please let me know if everything is showing correctly. I do think it's not showing up correctly, so let me update the scoreboard. It's not VE1L versus R3TI, it should be LOCA versus TTT. That should be updated in no time. Magic. Right, so Normandy, also known as non-CAMD, this map recently took over the position of CAMSTEER as being a very passive map. The main reason is that it's a 4 cap map, and the cap points increase by 3 cap points per 2 seconds. So you only have 7 minutes in the battle. So if we are talking about 700 cap points for you to obtain in this time frame, then we are talking about, if we do the maths, 230 times 2, 460 seconds. So that translates to almost 6 minutes to go. So you almost have like 6 minutes for you to get all the cap points you need. So automatically, this will become a very dull game, as you can see here. Yasuo being quite aggressive, and TTT already dropped some hit points so that LOCA now has the hit point pool advantage. And we are seeing TTT dropping even more hit points, and they can really feel the pressure with Yasuo, Untitled also getting really aggressive. So TTT, are they looking to make a push onto Untitled here? And Tactero will be coming from behind. Big shots into Untitled might be isolated, but LOCA could be looking for a big push coming from D. TTT needs to hurry up in killing off Untitled here before Seek and Destroy. The caller of TTT dies in the battlefield, and Seek smells is also getting rushed at the moment, so TTT really needs to get those shots in. They got Untitled out of the way, but Seek and Destroy is also killed. But that's the Immortals guys, so that's another different one. So we're seeing Yasuo be the focus for TTT. TTT reworking their focus fire, but they have 2 one-shots. LOCA will get these 2 tanks in no time, and they did. Yasuo still alive, so it's now 6 versus 4. Hit point still in favor of LOCA, and with Yasuo now dead, Sport down to a one-shot now. Fantastic will be taking it out as Sport, and Innerman will be taken out by Ross. Looking at Hetero, looking to get a great shot. Oh, a bounce into Onya. But 1, 2, 3. No, it's going to be Hetero getting Onya out of the way. Oh, big shot into Hetero. Big HE shell and a ram from Finn. No suspicions in this one. Surely LOCA is going to get this first game. Baron receives a bounce from 1, 2, 3, and that's kind of the main reason, the main thing you're seeing here. LOCA being a lot more effective with their shots. TTT with a couple of bounces, which is not going to be, which is not going to help them at all. And so LOCA will get the first game, and unfortunately, Seek and Destroy, the immortal one, would get 0 damage, and that was a really strong start for LOCA. TTT by no means is playing poorly. They've reacted promptly, but I would say I think they are not quick enough in killing off the tanks, but I don't think that's really their problem here. They do have a few isolated tanks, so I would say TTT, they just need to strengthen their defense. It seems LOCA is able to punch a hole into TTT's defense line very quickly, and that's something TTT needs to take care of in the next one. But it seems TTT are really doing something unorthodox here, looking to get a Sheridan, maybe a Grilla. That means they would not have more hit points than LOCA like last time. But at the same time, LOCA also doing something unorthodox as well, looking to play and not FP405, a single FP405, as Pusha said in his coffee chat last Saturday. It's more like, or it's like an AM50B, but it's a TD. And I would say FP405 is not a TD at all. I don't think it's technically a TD, and it really does suffer when you play it like a TD. So I would suppose that FP405 will play a different role here. Normandy, second match so far. LOCA starting off well, looking to get that top 2 spot tonight against TTT. Great start, TTT. Still looking to get that first game point. We're now going up high. LOCA, red team from North Spawn with TTT looking to steal A at the start as a Faker's Light, Seek and Destroy. Usually what you see with the light tanks, they either spot at the start very quickly, or they get a cap very quickly. I prefer the former though, because you get more information and you can react from this. If you get the caps at the start, you don't know where the enemy tanks are most of the time. So that's one of the takeaways, but you will get your team a good cap advantage, and this is what we are seeing right now. TTT, 2 caps at the start. And can they make use of that rule of 15? It's played by Innerman here. But 1, 2, 3 holding this area here, fending off both Finn and Uni, and they took some damage here, despite TTT not getting the hit point full advantage at the moment. That's because Hetero has taken a lot of hits from LOCA's forces, and this is by no means a dull affair. 1-3 really trying his best to defend, but I'm not sure if Agent Line, that's a good call here. That's a bounce onto Anya, receives a shot, but LOCA has sensed that 1-3 is not going to hold for long, will be taken out. TTT now, only 6 tanks, Hetero, a one-shot. Finn is also one-shot. They really need to take those tanks out, but for some reason, LOCA is able to read what TTT wants to do and put some really good crossfire into Hedy here. And Finn down to one shot and will be killed by Sport. Great shot into Hedy here from Unitastic. And it seems LOCA now going to get Agent Line out of the way. They got 1-3, but they still have Hetero one shot. But once again, Hetero bouncing onto Baron. TTT really those bounces really costed the game, I have to say. That could have been a totally different story. Hetero is now dead. And we're seeing now LOCA trying to get Seeker destroyed potentially. We say hi to go and strike an incesticide. Is that how I pronounce it? Doesn't sound right at all. But anyway, 4-3. For some reason, TTT are getting a comeback here, but with Innerman now dead in the Gorilla 15, now LOCA more than twice the hit points of TTT. Surely this game will go to LOCA once again, and Seeker Destroyer will try to get a D now. Sports, and that M6O bounces a shot onto Anya. Really, TTT. Those bounces really hurt them. I would say there are so many bounces from TTT side and LOCA. LOCA really need to really showing TTT what they're capable of with those. With those effective shots, and Seeker Destroyer is now dead, leaving now Sport, the last person standing. There are 2 one-shots on LOCA's side, but I don't think Sport is able to do a big comeback here. This game will go to LOCA without any questions at all. Sport dying, but with dignity. And here we go. 2-0 so far for LOCA, and we head into the potentially the final match of this fixture. And we're seeing TTT 3 tanks doing more than 2k, LOCA 5 tanks doing more than 2k, and we are now on to New Bay. Well done to LOCA once again, and that's a great start for LOCA. TTT struggling tremendously. I think for all the games we've seen so far, that's streamed by me. I mean, the kind of the disparity with the skill level and the strategies and the movement, it's a bit large, and it still remains the same in this one. But I would say this is probably the closest that I've seen so far, the closest matchup. So TTT should feel really proud of this. They made it close, but they still have a lot to do, to be honest with you. I think they've reacted the most quickly out of the 2 other clans I've streamed so far, CHRD and RA1D. But I think TTT suffers another huge issue, which is their shots. They are unable to get their shots penetrated into the enemy's armor, and I think that is another huge issue. They were decisive, but I think the last match, they weren't able to regroup nicely. Their movement looks quite disconnected, and LOCA was able to be more concentrated and get those tanks out, and they control the tempo really well, and that's another thing to bear in mind. LOCA versus TTT now 2-0 up for LOCA. What will TTT has to offer in New Bay? This is a totally different map. New Bay is a lot more heavy oriented. Normandy is a lot more open, so would favor mobile setup. And this could be a different story, but TTT going for quite a soft setup for map like New Bay. Will it work for them, or will it backfire? The AMX 50Bs, if you're showing your side or back or your rear to the enemies, the HE shell, especially 60 TP, would inflict a lot of damage. So I don't think TTT would want to be in this situation, but we will see what both of these teams will offer on New Bay We'll find out soon. And I'm still loading in late. There we go. We have loaded in, and B will be captured by Seek and Destroy. C will be captured by LOCA. Ooh, I think that's a bit from Yasuo, but Hetero received a shot from Uni already at the start, and will Hetero receive another shot? No, sorry, Titanium. That I haven't planned to actually do. Actually, I haven't planned to stream at all in the group stage, so that's why I haven't been able to contact Wargaming that I'm going to do a Battle Pass stream. But I would probably set up one during winter season PYS, I would say. So keep an eye on that. Now Yasuo is trying to get into me, trying to cap this base out, which means now TTT would lose 2 caps and they will be forced to make a rotation. But looking at this formation, I do have a feeling Hetero and Seek could be in some sort of trouble, but they are well flanked by Inman and also 1-3. So LOCA, that looks very tempting, but I don't think that would be the best idea. But it's not the worst idea anyhow. Oh, Seek and Destroy receives an hit could become the weak point for TTT. And Seek and Destroy does not want to keep on insisting in playing this position because he is a Sheridan. He can rotate quickly. He is the one that's going to get the spots for the team. He is this messenger. He doesn't want to die. And I think he has spent so much time now that Sabotage is looking for Seek and Destroy. I do think this is going to be a terrible move from Seek and Destroy. And I don't think he can escape from this Quagmire. Those T57 Heavy are trying to get Seek and Destroy out of the way. But that also means CT has to make a prompt move in pushing the other side, and that's a really good call. But trying to get B, yes, but you've lost the tank, you lost hit points. I would have gone for Yasuo Tasek, to be honest with you. Because they've crowded 4 tanks into B, and now LOCA is able to regroup and get all the shots into Seek and Destroy in them, and oh my goodness me. And it's what we're talking about, those HE shares going to be... It's going to inflicts loads of damage into the AMX-50Bs, and already LOCA, those crossfires have done a huge impact to the rush that was to be done from TTT, but TTT thought that it's better idea to get B, but they lost so many hit points. I mean, I think they were arguing whether to go for Yasuo Task or not. I would have gone for a push either way. Not, I mean, 1 tank on B would be enough. You don't need like 4. I mean, that kind of hesitation allowed LOCA to regroup and get a crossfire in. And so far, they've shared the hit points really well, and they're unable to kill a tank, which means that TTT would be losing this 1-0-3. Well done to LOCA, and now the dominant performance and 2 main mistakes here. Sheridan, Seek and Destroy didn't run quickly enough. I mean, insisted on that position. Well, got the information for the team. I don't think that is the biggest mistake though. The biggest mistake would be the other side. Seek and Destroy got the information for the team. The other side didn't really read that well, and they were arguing whether to go for B cap or whether to push in. If I were TTT, I would have pushed in and probably capitalize on the situation where there are 2 T57 heavies. They are not really quick tanks, so there's a chance that TTT can actually win that side. I would have done that, and TTT just hesitated and allowed LOCA to put a lot of cross shots into those tanks that are hesitating whether to push or not, and that meant that TTT lost so many hit points, and that gave LOCA another comfortable win. That means 3-0 to LOCA. Well done to LOCA. So that means it's going to be, I don't know if it's going to be the first win for us, but this is certainly a dominant performance from LOCA. And next we will be seeing ZGS versus Raid.
Just like I need you.
please bear with me as I update the graphics in this scene. Let's see, with more results coming in. Okay, so Val 3-0 against Immortals, or SPRTA losing to Jones 3-0. So that means I think Jones has a really good chance of qualifying as a top 2 team, with Val winning 3-0 against Immortals. That's not a good sign for them. On the other hand, we have a lot of 3-0 results. ZGS 3-0 against RA1D. Well, this is a result that I didn't expect. RA1D being the wildcard team, so far hasn't been able to win one single match. I think yes, hasn't been able to win one single match. And then we have Serenity 3-0 against CHRD, and that means we will be waiting for Raid versus Veil. So all the games finish 3-0, apart from 3-0, apart from Raid versus Serenity. Oh no, RA1D got. I heard that RA1D got ammo racked 2 times. And one of them by a full HP 60 TP. Oh, so link change for new beta stream. Oh dear. Did new beta do something wrong? Alright. Hi. We're just going to change everything on Discord so far. We still have 24 minutes left to go. But I will have to change a lot from my side, so please bear with me. And I think New Beta once again has the best coverage tonight, so please follow his stream if you want to see the most exciting games. Oh. Here we are, Raid 1, Veil 3-1. That's an important win for Raid here. And if Veil wins against Serenity, that means we could be seeing 3 teams tied in the number of game points. So, with all the games finished now, we are moving on to round 4. Okay, so I'll see if we if I can bring this better to you. Okay. Right, so this is this should be good. Okay. So far, okay, so if I actually now refresh the cache, you'll be seeing a new table. I'll refresh the page from my end as well. So we're going to be seeing Group 1. Group 1 with Group 1 now. LOCA has moved up to the second place, and Jones in the first place still. 2 more games to go. So far so good, and good chance Jones is going to finish in the top 4 and potentially the top 2 as well. And then we have Group 2, Serenity currently leading the table. Raid has moved above Veil to get the second place. Veil dropping to the third place. They lost their first 3 matches of tonight, but they still have better point difference than Raid. And then we have ZGS winning their first match against first game 3-0 against RA1D. That is going to be convincing, although they lost to CHRD 2-3, so CHRD have the upper hand here, but you never know. CHRD versus ZGS will be very, very important. No, sorry, CHRD lost to CHRD won ZGS 3-2. So that remains to be seen. CHRD versus RA1D. This is going to be the most important game. And who is going to stream the CHRD versus RA1D? It's going to be Dolik 12. We'll be following this. To see if everything is working fine. And I can do the live updates of the scoreboard, of the fixture reset. So okay, now I got it. So round 4, we will see Immortals versus Jones. I would say Jones. They just need to win their remaining games. I mean, they have won against the most important clans, the most important games, against LOCA, against SPRTA, and against Val. I believe. No, they haven't won against Val yet, but we will see. And then SPRTA versus LOCA, and TTT versus Val. And Val would definitely want to win TTT because currently they're in the 4th place, and they're really fighting for that last spot in the last chance tournament. On the other hand, round 4 or Group 2, we have CHRD versus RA1D. That will decide whether CHRD would get a spot in the last chance tournament. And ZGS versus Raid. This is the game we're going to be streaming next. Raid definitely wants to win against ZGS, but ZGS had a really good start tonight, so we will see. This is not a global tournament, this is an EU server tournament. Oh, 80 viewers, thank you very much. We've reached the peak of yesterday, so we peaked. And we are expecting fewer viewers probably. Well, please stay behind. We have lots of exciting games for you to enjoy tonight. And Veil versus Serenity, this is going to decide whether it's going to be three-way tie, or is it going to be Serenity and Raid in the top 2. Okay, so that being said, with everything out of the way, because we have so much time remaining to go. Let's play some games. I'm not sure. Don't quote me on this. Hope this is going to work fine. You never know. Let's see. Yes, let's see. How many minutes do we have? Let's say we have. It's 45 past, so we can play 2 games. I would say. Let's play 2 games. And the T54 lightweight. I need. I mean, I'm grinding this tank because, you know, the Soviet light tank line is going to be released soon. I mean, at the moment I have more than 200,000 XP in this lightweight tank, so that's more than enough to freely grind the tier 9 tank and 3 XP my way up to the tier 10, and we will see. Sounds like the tier 10 tank, light tank, the Soviet tier 10 light tank is really good. I'm not sure why I'm saying light tank. The tank word 2 times, so that makes no sense. Ah, sorry. This is really lagging hard. Oh, hello. Oh, great to have viewers from Brazil. I hope it's not too late. No, it's actually not late. It should be quite early for Brazil. Hopefully that's a good time for you. Ah, what's the bounce? Yes. Well, this is really laggy. I don't think I can play another match. So, what I would do, I'll probably brief you through after this one. This is really laggy. As you can see, my frames per second is really acting up. I mean, this is really not ideal. I can't play this really. Realistically, I'm going to do 0 damage at this point. Oh, come on. Oh my god, oh my god. No, I can't. Oh my god, this is so bad. No. Ow. Oh no. Okay, at least that was a penetration. Yeah. No. Oh, how did we die to that T3? Like, oh, 1+1, come on. No, I can't. No, that's not nice. I can't go up now because 2 tanks aiming at me. I'm going to die. Ah, we got a tank out. That's good. I can't do much. Okay, there's a heavy tank flank. We'll go back to our spot. That's a good idea. Try and distract. Oh yeah, you can get it. I mean, they can get it. And one shot can't really offer help, to be honest. Oh, there is. Oh, got it now. Still full health. Oh, come on, can I get a shot into the king? No. That's not realistic. Maybe. Maybe I can get a shot, and wow, that was a great shot into the Suma. Oh my god. Oh my bloody. No. No, it's not. Yeah, I can't play. I can't really play with this terrible frames. It's just really bad. I just can't really aim well with this terrible situation. So no, I'm going to get out, and we'll talk you through what's going to happen tonight. So let's actually close the game and I'll open the game once again. So that was going to help a lot better. So let's go back to trivia. once again, we're proudly sponsored by Harry. If you want your clan or yourself or your individual name to appear in this slide, then you're very much welcome to donate to the prize pool of this tournament, and we'll be happy to show a name here. And we are on to the second day of Blitz Premier Cup. So far, we've streamed LOCA vs TTT. We are up with ZGS vs RA1D next, and here is the group draw so far. Group 1 we have VE1L, TTT, LOCA, SPRTA, Jones, Immortals. Group 2 VE1L, CHRD, ZGS, SNTY, RA1D, and R3TI. And this is the format. We have the top 2 teams will qualify directly to stage 3, third and fourth to stage 2. Last chance tournament, and this is the group draw from yesterday. This is the result from yesterday. The table, the ranking. We will show you the ranking so far. Okay, as we can we have loaded into this, which I would have to say we have to toggle the settings again. So that it will remain to be the same pages. So remain to be the same setup. So far we have LOCA with Jones, LOCA, Serenity, and RA1D in the same group in stage 3, and we have SPRTA. We have SPRTA, VE1L, VE1L, and also VE1L and also CHRD. Who is going to qualify? Will this change? I think the most important. I think now it's all about Serenity versus VE1L, whether VE1L can pull off a miracle and win against Serenity, and then that would bring it to the tiebreak. Alright, with everything now hopefully. Let me tell you about the tiebreak rule. Okay, so the tiebreaker decisions are made in this order. So once again, head-to-head fixture victories, and then number of matches won overall, and then number of matches lost overall, and then number of matches won in head-to-head fixtures, and number of matches lost in head-to-head fixtures, winter season results, and alphabetical order. So let's hope that it will not go to this way. Right. And I'll go back to the game. Hopefully it will not be as laggy as before. Alright, so let me find the room again. Not up yet. Alright, I'm in the room. Okay, so So with ZGS raid coming in now on Yukon. Let's see what's going to happen here. Right, so we are not going to go into to the room just yet unless both teams are ready. So that both teams would not be able to stream tonight. So now Yukon, Camstia and Canal, we're back with Camstia. As always, we always love Camstia, do we? Don't we? Okay, so looking at this, we have ZGS and ZGS on a good run. 3-0 against RA1D, that is always a good thing to see. And now, ZGS, now Raid. Obviously, they must win against ZGS. Potentially we could go into a 3-way tie. If Raid loses this one, this is going to be an important game that they lost, and they don't want to do that, obviously. So losing. Nice. So now we're going to be on Yukon. Raid versus ZGS. ZGS will be going for Prof with the Concept 1B. Swiss Spartan, the IS7, Yori 12 in the M6Yo. Quadruple L60TB by Sinno. Corrado, Coward, and Samurai. Or I don't know if I can say his real name here. And at the same time, we're playing with the buttons. Raid, going with quadruple 60TPs, double IS7 and Vickers Light. Right, so now you can double check whether everything it's right. Yes, everything is right. Brilliant. So we are still loading into the game for some time. For quite some time. And we're not in the game still. I wonder what has happened already. Okay, it seems like B will be captured by ZGS more quickly than Raid capturing C. But at the same time, Raid is going to crowd into A. Are they looking to get A, or are they just ignoring A outright? That is an interesting play, because that means ZGS would not know that there will be a lot of tanks near A. They're trying to get D. That will send a signal for Raid. Potentially, ZGS might be weak on the backside. And first shot's been done. Samurai takes a hit. Traversing all awkwardly, but Sino, that was a big shot. Ray just rushing directly, and this is all about ZGS, whether they are able to recuperate quickly enough. But unfortunately, Sino is the first thing down. That was an ammo rack right here. OG, that was almost a full hit point ammo rack here. That might change things, but will it change that much? Because Racer has a hit point advantage, and now the focus is on Corrado, though. I don't know. ZGS might be showing the hit points well. That could be important. ZGS, they need to maintain that, but they also need that focus fire in check. Blue is going to die, and Samurai is going to die. This is going to get really crazy, really close. And there's Doc's dinner here. Naked coming from behind. Pretty much out to fight for a long time. Outscoot's now dead. Raid only 4 really healthy tanks remaining. ZGS really getting the focus fire. And can they do this? Can they pull this off? They have more hit points. Wizbot's now dead. Messi coming from behind. Grayson to Corrado. And Corrado Grayson to Falcon as well. I think ZGS has a decent chance. They are trying to get their hit points. They're really making use of hit points, but they need to get the shots in the way. Corrado is now dead. Their focus fire has let off a little bit, but Prof has made a good shot to sake. Now it's going to be 3 versus 3. That Emerald could be the most important thing to happen for ZGS. Now Yori 12 is now dead. Hepburne's still very close. ZGS can't afford to bounce the shots. Prof needs to kill Falcon out of the way, and he does. Coward is going to go focus Messi potential, or maybe they're going for Naka. Coward looking to get the gun into Naka. Can he do it? Yes, that's a big HE shell ram for Prof as well. Big kill onto Naka. Messi. Great shot to Coward, and it's now going to be 2 versus 1 raid. Can Messi pull this off? Can Messi pull this off? Messi, oh, that was a bounce. Coward bouncing important shell from Messi. Oh, and that was a bounce from Prof, unfortunately. Really, Prof trying his best to shield Coward. Messi, can he kill off Coward, or is it going to be another bounce? And it's not a bounce. Oh my lord, what is happening? ZGS pulling this off. Ray, that big push coming from the start, backfired. Not the worst idea to happen. Finally, Messi got a kill. Oh, that was a bounce. Bro, there is still a chance. There is still a chance for ZGS and Raid. Who can do it? Big shots onto Messi. Who is going to take this home? This is closer than I thought. And I'm sure that Rolling Swan will have loved that. Oh my god, it's a bounce from Prof. Messi. Can he pull this off? Can he pull this off? Prof. Great shot to Messi. Down to 1 shot here. Messi can't afford to bounce this one now. Prof can't afford to bounce the final shell. If he bounces the final shell, Messi could take it. And ZGS make sure they will get the first game here. What a fabulous match you're seeing here. It was so close down to the wire. Raid, I think they have underestimated ZGS. That was some really good reaction right here from ZGS. Hit pump sharing to his best. Focus fire was was quite good as well. Raid, focus fire was not quite there, I have to say. And really losing OG in that ammo rack at 60p. I have to feel really sorry for OG. It could have been a win for Raid had OG not got ammo racked. Wow, what a start to this to round 4. 1-0 so far for ZGS, and Raid definitely feeling the pressure now. If ZGS wins the next one, and if VE1L wins against Serenity, Raid would drop to the 3rd place, despite winning against VE1L. So they don't want that to happen. That was a great climax to behold. What a great win! This, I think they should feel really proud of that victory. ZGS really pulling the socks and really showing what they're made of. Well, it was a really great start for ZGS. Hope they can maintain into the next one. The Raid, they need to focus, not an opponent to underestimate ZGS. Although there were rumors that ZGS got pummeled or got pounded. Well, you don't want to say pound. Got trounced by Serenity, but certainly this is a great message to all of you. Don't underestimate ZGS. They are really trying to show us that, and absolutely, they must be very happy getting one match win from Raid. Once again, ZGS going for triple 60Ps, double 50Ps, double I7 Raid, quadruple 60Ps once again, double I7 and the biggest lights. Can ZGS pull off another amazing victory this time? We'll find out soon. Oh wow. Hope that commentary is living up to the hype. And I'm sure this is going to be yet another amazing match. Messi try to get his spots up. Great. That was a miss on to Samurai though. Great spotting though. Would have been good if Messi could do something on Samurai, but that's not the end of the world just yet. Great shot from Blue onto Coward. Oh, Naker's taking a big hit. Oh, I think ZGS has found a weakness in Raid here. They're going for the big push onto the double I7. Great call here from ZGS. Raid will respawn immediately. Can Coward and Samurai stay long enough? Who is going to die first? Is it going to be the double I7 or is it going to be these double 60Ps? Naked now dead. Coward's now dead. But this is going to get really close once again. Falcon is going to hold, but Samurai receives a big shot. But ZGS to turn their attention to Sick instead. Great shot into Sick. Now can they kill Falcon out of the way quickly enough? Great number sharing from ZGS here. Samurai quite low. OG still reloading. This is once again another close affair. Oh, but with Corrado and Samurai both bouncing, Falcon now dead finally. But has it taken too long for ZGS to kill Falcon? We will see here. But still ZGS trying to get the focus fire here. Great shot into Osku. Swiss Spot's gonna put a great shot into Osku, and that would be the case. ZGS now leading hit points. That's gonna be important. Messi running around like the madman. Sido will be killed by Messi here. It will all depend on Messi now. And the biggest light. Great kill onto Corrado. Big AC shell onto backside of Messi. Oh my god, another great shot onto Messi. The AC shells. ZGS not letting Raid go. They know Messi is going to do a lot of damage if they don't take care of it quickly enough. And that is going to be an important kill right here. Messi and Swiss Spot are both now dead. This is yet once again another close match, but ZGS has more hit points, slightly more hit points. This is going to be monumental. Oh my goodness me! I wonder. Oh my gosh, ZGS really pulling all the socks, pulling all stops. They can do it. They can do it. but blue will be going for C, potentially. I think ZGS would do something now. When blue gets into C, they're going to do something. Let's see what they're going to do now. Prof will go into A. I think we'll be ushering Yori 12 to do something as well. They're looking for OG, I think. Or maybe looking for blue. OG even spotted. Prof. Oh. Turning. Oh, that was a great shot from OG. That was kind of a quick draw. Oh, but Yori 12 receives a big shot from blue. Oh dear, that's not a good start for ZGS. Ready to put this back. But they are also quite separated. The 60 TVs are close to one another. A great shot from OG onto Prof. Blue. Oh, big shot. A high row. And OG. Yori 12 needs to get a kill onto OG. Can he do it? Oh, Prof is killed. Oh no. It's a bounce from Yori 12 onto Blue. Now Yori 12 is the last person standing. I don't think they can do it. I don't believe they could do it. Yori 12 is killed. Now it's 1-1. Brilliant effort from ZGS. Great call to push the IS-7s in the corner. It was really close. The 60TPs did a great job trying to connect with the rest of the forces. But I think it all went down to the last minute. It was a great play from the double 60TPs in the end. And they did more than 10,000 damage in total. It was by no means a terrible match from ZGS. That was not a great match from them. But they just need to kill off those IS-7s quickly enough. I think there were a couple bounces which slowed them down a little bit. Had they gone a little bit more quickly, I do think that's another game for ZGS. And this is going to be tantalizingly tight. We're now on to SPRTA. Wow, can ZGS maintain the momentum here? Alright, so we are now seeing ZGS going to ready up a raid now, looking for double 60 TPs, a VK, potentially a Gorilla, a Sheridan, maybe double Vickers Light. ZGS going for double concept 1Bs, a Vickers Light, Grado 60 TPs, M60 by Sino, Swiss Spot and 7 by double I7. Definitely the best matchup we've seen so far. ZGS not going to be the cannon fodder. They are not the cannon fodder. They're definitely something to be heard of. SPRTA, what will they bring to the table here? This is a totally different one. This is going to be a much more strategic match. Go really down. SPRTA, we'll find out soon what's going to happen here. Raid going for an unusual setup. Vickers Light, Sheridan, and Gorilla 15. Not a lot of hit points to share between them. What will they offer? We'll find out now. Alright. SPRTA. Let's head up high now. Looking at Raid, blue team from the north spawn, and ZGS, red team from the south spawn. OG, diving down a river. Diving deeper in my feelings, but anyway. We'll be getting some spots up, I think. Is it? Okay. I think OG will get a shot in. But it's a frontal armor. Or maybe not. Just want to get spotted. Oh, great shot to Kawado. Now, on a long reload, but I know 4 tanks are there at least. The raid will have to hit point pull it now. Falcon and Old School now joining OG. Oh, that was a miss. I think coming from somewhere. Swiss bots and IS-7. What Samurai score? Oh, sick. Great AG splash onto Samurai. And it's a miss from Swiss Spot, I will say. OG running away, looking to spot something. Kawado. Maybe great shot to OG. Maybe. He needs that shot. Oh! That's painful. OG kicked Kawado in his balls. Not a pleasant feeling here. But OG got away with that. And Raid still with the hit point pool advantage. What is Messi going to do here? Nam6yo trying to get a crossfire, but we have to be careful here. It's Nam6yo, does not have lots of speed because it's a heavy tank. It's somewhat mobile, but really, if you compare to the mediums and lights, definitely not as mobile. So, and Camsty is a bit of a big map, so we will see what's going to happen here. So far, Raid hasn't dropped any hit points, but you are seeing Falcon and Old School being the pressure point here. But also you have Sick in this grid of 15 should ZGS made a call to push. ZGS has to be really decisive in this push. Raid misses that shot. Old School dropping more hit points, so I would say now Sick has shot something. If ZGS decides to push, they need to act decisively. So far, I do say Raid is under pressure here. Those up of 60 TPs. It's another miss from Sick. I think ZGS have a couple of opportunities to push. If they keep on hesitating, Raid would relocate and they will miss their golden opportunity. But they don't know where the R tanks are. So you gotta take into account that they are not spotted, so they don't know where most of the tanks of Raid are, so they don't know the 60 TPs are isolated. So you can't blame them for a hesitation. The hesitation showing at the moment, and Raid are now relocating, so that means ZGS can't push now. So we still have around 4 minutes left to go. Both teams haven't got one single cap, so it remains to be a typical Camsty fest. So let me do a tour guide for you. So Camsty is definitely a popular tourist. Oh my goodness me! Samurai receives a big shot from Sick. Definitely not holidays for Samurai. Not a good holiday for Samurai, would say. 3 minutes left to go. Both teams still have 300 cap points. If it continues this way, Raid will win this one because they have more hit points. And we'll see Messi linking up with a 60 TP. So now Raid fortifying A. So ZGS can't really push A. And Sick is trying his luck once again. But will Sick uses up all of his shells? Don't think so. It could potentially happen. We'll see. Alright. Oh, Kawado. Oh, double tap! Oh, Kawado could be the first time down. That's the case. Raid could seal this off. Oh, another shell into Kawado. Oh, this is not going well. ZGS struggling now. Raid, I think they might be on the counter here. ZGS press Raid, but Raid soaked up the pressure well. And still Raid with a lot more hit points now. The advantage is with them. 2 more minutes to go. ZGS, they have to do something really creative. But this is not going to be the case minute by minute, second by second. We could use up all 7 minutes potentially. Maybe that will happen. Negative from Naka trying to see where there will be a push coming from C. That probably won't be the case. Only 1 minute and 20 seconds left to go. ZGS, what did they have in mind? I don't know. Oh, Swisspot receives a big hit. Don't know. Still really close. Still getting very, very close. 1 minute to go. If this continues, Raid would win this one by hit points. Old School receives a hit. ZG is trying their best to make a comeback here. Only 25 seconds left to go. both teams still haven't got a single kill or a single cap. But Cowardo, it's a one-shot. And now shot to Corrado. Only 30 seconds left to go. Oh, that could do. ZGS looking for a cap on B. If they can get B, ooh, ZGS could steal this one from Raid. And Raid really is trying to reset B. Can they do it? Blue, gray shot to Sinno. 15 seconds left to go. Can they get B? All eyes on ZGS. Can they get B? And they will get B. But they lost on 1 second as well. They lost Cowardo now. 5 seconds to go. Raid with more cap points. They will win this one. Raid 2-0, 2-1. Sorry, 2-1 to ZGS. Really close, but they killed Cowardo. That is all what matters for Raid. Wow, what a game. Camsteer for you. This is Camsteer, and I'm very, very hungry. Oh my gosh, what a game. What a game again. Raid. Really, I think ZGS not making it easy for Raid at all, but Cowardo losing so many hit points at the middle of the game made all the difference. Wow, so it seems Retty is having a really terrible night tonight. Got Amaranth again. Don't know what's going on, but certainly Retty is definitely not happy about this. RNG's not with them, unfortunately, tonight. Raid. Now they have a match point. Another match on Camsteer. If they can win this one, I think they have a good chance of securing a spot in the top 2. So far, Severity vs. Veil still going on. And what are we going to be expecting in this match? Raid, double VK 90.01p, double M60, a Vickers Light Sheridan and an IS7 ZGS, double IS7, a VK, a 60TP, an M60 Kron, and a 60TP again, and Jory 12 in the Vickers Light. Can ZGS bring it to a tie breaker? We'll find out soon. They are very close. They really pose Raid a lot of trouble. And will they be able to spoil the party? We'll find out soon. There we go. Let's get into the second match on Camsteer. Raid vs ZGS. Are we going to see all 7 minutes used up once again? And we will find out here. Now, Raid, blue team on the south side going mostly to A. That is exactly what ZGS did last time. On the other hand, ZGS also doing what Raid was trying to do last game. So this would once again another one, close one. Oh, they could go for an interesting route to get a spot up. To this hill here, spot up Cowardo. That means at least one tag is there. What Cowardo is there is to reset save, but unfortunately he's been spotted. Corrado takes a hit. Logi also took a big hit here while trying to get a spots. So the hit points are now in favor of ZGS, so they have the hit advantage, but potentially A, B, and C can't be captured. And Samurai trying his luck to hit something, but no, that won't be the case. Naka in the biggest light going to go up. Or Cowardo is spotted. And we are seeing Messi taking a hit. So this time Raid is not as good as last game in terms of conserving hit, with ZGS doing slightly better in this respect. OG dropping down now. ZGS has the upper hand now. They can't lose this one. And lose this advantage. Realistically. Sinnoh took a hit. Has to be really careful. They don't want to drop unnecessary hit points, allowing Raid to make a comeback and room to breathe. So far, it's stalemate game. So once again, Castilla is a popular tourist destination. There are cheap hostels here, as low as 25 euros per night, and some beautiful scenery, rustic architectural style. And then if you believe in God, this church is renowned for their pastor. Sorry, I forgot how to pronounce that. And yeah, and then you have this beautiful park, some benches here, really iconic scenery. Up at the top, just like the Calton Hill in Edinburgh. And then you have the high street in the middle here nearby, and you have some really popular brands like Chanel, Cartier, Tudor, Rolex, you name it, it's all there. The high street, and then really tasty tequila produced in this distillery here, and then this this windmill, popular for being not for generating very little wind power, just here for decoration purposes. So if you want to go on hike these mountains, have some really good elevation, you can oversee the entire city of Castilla, and you will be really astonished at how beautiful the scenery here is. So Castilla, if you want to go on a tourist, if you want to go on holiday on Castilla, I do highly recommend that. But now we're seeing some action happening around. Sick now try to get B. Misses happening around, but already ZGS dropping more hit points as Raid chipped hit points more and more. And Raid are looking to get a push onto it as well. I think this is going to get a lot more action happening. But OG taking a big hit in the Sheridan. Oh dear, that's a bit of a careless mistake. Swisspot taking hits, Cowardo taking more hits. Cowardo though, let's follow him. Isolated, he needs help. Where are the tanks from behind? Swisspot also quite low now. Hit points are now neck and neck. It's still in favor of Raid, however, but ZGS needs to group up. There are lots of isolated tanks, however, but Sick is isolated. They're looking to get Cowardo out of the way, but Cowardo is now dead. Prof bounce onto Sick here. 2 tanks out already, and Raid, they're now more than 2,000 hit points away, ahead. This is certainly Raid's game now. 5 versus 7. Prof, oh, Siddle now very low. 2 minutes remaining to go, and this, I think Raid to kill all 7 tanks and win this one for themselves. Siddle's now dead, Samurai's now dead. 3 versus 6. Prof down to a 1-shot now, will be killed by Sick, and it's 2 versus 6. Corrado reloading the 60 TP, receives a shot from behind from Naga. Yori 12, the last one standing in that Vickers light. And here we go. Corrado's now dead. GG's, both teams. Really well done to ZGS. Well done. Really epic games throughout. ZGS really put a huge effort to Raid. It was not a close game by any means. That's amazing from ZGS and Raid. ZGS 6 tanks doing more than 2k. ZGS, or none of the tanks did more than 2k, but you know they've done everything they could, and they've done themselves proud. Let's put it this way. Yeah, they've done a really good job, so they should be really proud of this. And let's see, we have more resets coming in now. So LOCA won, SPRTA 3-1. That means LOCA will be getting the top 2 place. SPRTA, that was a commission, that was a brave effort, but they won't be taking the top 2 spot in the end.
Tell me I can count on
Alright, so next we have Jones 3-1 against Immortals. So Immortals, great job, that one match win. Hopefully that was a great win as well. And then we have Val 3-1 against TTT. And then we have Serenity 3-1 against Vale, and that means Serenity and Raid top 2 in that group. Commiserations to Vale, really put a huge effort. They couldn't beat Raid, however. That was an important match, but Serenity, they should be able to win all of their matches. And then we have ZGS, barely. I think that was really close games. I would say really huge accomplishment from ZGS. They made it really close. ZGS, and then we're just waiting on Red T versus CHRD. This still happening in a moment. So CHRD is still playing against Red T. This could really decide whether CHRD would be in the 4th place. So I'm getting really hungry at the moment. I have to recall if there's something that I could eat. Probably not. I can make toast, but it will take too much time, so I'm not going to do that. So you could see the second tiebreaker of stage 3.
Everything's so different now. Sitting by the fire as we'd watch the flames burn out. I miss the days I wasn't afraid. Now I always have my guard up. Hands on my face, I learned to cope with the pain. I know that people think I'm trying to get attention, but in reality I'm trying to send a message. I know there's kids out there that are going through the same thing, and if you're one of them, I hope to help your suffering. Just know it will get better and these feelings do not stay the same. No, they don't stay the same. I don't wanna make you feel bad, but you kinda ruined my life. You hurt me and ruined my life. And I don't wanna make you feel bad, but you kinda ruined my life. You hurt me and ruined my life.
And yep, we will be waiting. VE1L versus ZGS is the final battle. The final game of tonight. And it really depends on whether CHRD would win against RA1D or not. So we have 10 minutes remaining to go. VE1L versus ZGS. Waiting for ZGS to come up. They have lost against Raid. VE1L lost against the RA1D as well. So I guess we probably will have an early start for Raid versus CHRD, which was requested on behalf of CHRD. And we're still waiting. Alright. Okay, results have come through. RA1D 3-2 against CHRD. Oh, this is going to be fun because CHRD, RA1D, and also ZGS all have 1 point. So that goes to a tie break. If it's going to be this way so far, a tie break would go in favor of ZGS. They have 6 points. Because they won one match against Raid. RA1D, if they lost to Serenity 0-3, then they're out. Definitely. So, wow. Oh no. The CHRDs won't have enough. Oh, well that won't be good. let me update the table. Okay, with the table updated, so we have Serenity Arrayed occupying the top 2. Then we have Veil third. ZGS currently in the 4th place. On the other hand, we have Group 1, Jones, LOCA top 2, SPRTA in the 3rd place, and Val currently in the 4th. Immortals 5th and TTT 6th.
Tragedies and set our spirits free. Together
Oh well.
bring back home the ones you've lost and give them love and give them love. They can try to bring us down, but we know we're much too proud.
There is kind of an issue.
We have what it takes.
Raid versus Chi-Raiders.
'Cause we are a new generation. We are a new generation.
So Veil and ZGS now ready. ZGS. With Chi-Raiders going to be out Series 3, I presume. That would mean Chi-Raiders will lose on tiebreak, and that means ZGS will be ahead of, would be in the 4th place, and they will qualify to the last chance tournament. And we're in. Okay, so Veil going with double 60TP, triple i7, double M60, ZGS double 60TP, a concept will be an i7 double M60 and an M48 pattern. So let's go up high and see what's going to be happening. Veil. They're just going really aggressive over to B. They're trying to get C. Will this aggression work or backfire? That will give them some map push out, get some map advantage, some positional advantage. But they also have to be really careful of being isolated because Comedy is very far behind. And then you have Criminal in the 60TP, and Samurai ready to load the shell. And Criminal going to stay back a little bit. And so far, both teams have similar amount of hit points. You can see Laurel bounce of one of the shells. This is looking like a camp steer fest, or written over, with C only being the cap obtained from Veil, and then you have A not being captured by ZGS at all. Oh, but we could see a push coming from this flank here. CHRD going to be pushed by both Nopen and Varmillo. This could be a good move by Veil here. Veil can get kill off CHRD quickly enough. Now, ZGS are bleeding a lot, and they aren't really able to put a lot of damage into Veil's forces, pushing forces of the IS-7s are now trying to get into the middle, try and take tanks up, but Criminal and also Elysium is going to make them really hard. Oh, big shells onto CHRD. Oh, that was some really good focus fire from Veil here. And Elysium still taking a lot of hits, but can he kill CHRD quickly enough? No. Elysium will be killed, but that's going to be a bonus if he could kill off CHRD. But anyhow, 6 for 6 hit points in huge favor of Veil right now. CHRD now dead. And Glory 12 on the reload. Criminal now killed. And with no pen now down to 1 shot. We have a lot more hit points remaining on the battlefield for Veil. It's all about getting the focus here. No pen is now dead. Samurai is now dead. It's 4 versus 4, but hit was still in huge favor of Veil, so Veil really can't let this one go, theoretically. Glory 12 is now dead, it's now 4 versus 2, focus is now on Swiss bots, it's all on Veil to wrap this up. And that will be a solid win from Veil, and hopefully ZGS won't be tilted by this loss here. They were very good against Raid, but against Veil, this first match was kind of a shadow of what they were previously. Kirovet's just showing his turret, pointing up to the air, not even bothering to make shots. We're killed by Kirovet's now. 1-0 for Veil. Well done to Veil. And no, I forgot to change the slides. Sorry about that. That will be right now, and with this update, Veil 1-0 to ZGS. And here we go, ZGS 4 tanks to more 2k, Veil 5 tanks to more 2k, and here we are. There we go. Let's go back to Rockfield. And let's see what Veil is going to do anything different here against ZGS. Veil, going with double 60 TB, double IS-7 the mouse because like an 1-3 with ZGS going for double 60 TPs, a concept 1B, double IS-7 and double M6 kills. So B will be captured by ZGS quickly, but whoa, Vale already being quite aggressive as well, trying to reset B. Comedy in a really tricky position as well. Can they reset B? No, no, they can't. Nopan took a really big hit, and they're trying to push shots into Comedy. Oh wow, we're seeing more shots coming in. Swiss spots taking a huge hit as well, but also ZGS has positioned themselves well to put a lot of shells onto Nopan and Van Miller, so that means now ZGS has the hit point pool advantage, and B is going to be captured potentially by Eagle Chi, or maybe they will just try to get the cap points back in favor of them. Great idea from Vale actually, but at the cost of a lot of hit points, so can Vale bring it back? ZGS now a lot of upper hand with Swiss spot now dead. Definitely Vale would have the hit point pool, will have the cap point advantage. Big shots into Kirovets, and now Calvador will receive a great shot. Oh, Kirovets down to one shot. Eagle G now being killed, and we're now seeing 6 versus 6 still. Now the hit points are in favor of Vale. They have brought it back. For some reason, ZGS aren't able to conserve the hit points well enough, and that means Vale could do a counter soon. But once again, now ZGS has brought back the hit points, and Nopan trying his luck on ZGS on B. The Kirovet's now dead, bringing it to 6 versus 5. Corrado now down to a 2-shot, and potentially Criminal going to get B at the same time. Oh no, going past, going to put a shot into Corrado. Oh, I think it was a miss. No, but with Vale getting 2 caps, Nopan taking a lot of hits from ZGS. Corrado now dead. 6 versus 3 right now. Sinnoh on fire. This game, very chaotic, but this will go to Vale. Well done to Vale. They really didn't fluster at all. They regrouped well. I think getting B was also important. Applied so much pressure on ZGS that allowed ZGS to kind of flake and lost their possession and also their formation. Now down to no tanks remaining. Tasting killer, great kill on Yuri 12, 2-0 for Vale, and that means Vale on a match point. Alright. Okay, anyway, my ruins, let's say 2-0 so far. For Vale, looks really good for Vale at the moment. So can ZGS make a comeback here? The second match was a lot closer, so it wasn't a terrible match from them, but really Vale was in control of the entire situation and also the caps. So that really kind of pressurized ZGS, and then ZGS fell apart. Right. Let's say about this one. My ruins, Vale versus ZGS. Vale, will they bring it to 3-0 or will ZGS bring one back? Alright. So ZGS going with double 60 TPs, double IS7, double M60 and E100. Looking at Bell, 60 TP, double 50Bs, triple IS7 and a mouse. Let's head up high now. ZGS blue team from the north side, Vale red team from the south. So looking at Sinnoh, trying to get spots up potentially, and Vale. IS7. Oh, Crimino took a hit there, and we're seeing some shots going past A. Oh, miss from Eagle Jihi. So far, nothing eventful is happening. Oh, maybe we're seeing something. The 50Bs are sneakily trying to go to the spawn of ZGS. ZGS doesn't know this, but maybe they have a clue that there is something off about this. There might be a numerical disadvantage for Vale on this side. So ZGS, if they know this, if they realize this is a good opportunity for them to push. But they don't know where the 50Bs are. Potentially, though, they can be like at the back there, sniping. They really don't know. They're trying to kind of approach this a bit slowly, but already usually down to one shot, and they know there's nothing behind. So that means now ZGS trying to get Task and Kill off the way. And that is a really great push from ZGS. ZGS need to get Task and Kill off the way. The 50B still trailing behind. Task and Kill on fire down to one shot. This is certainly going to be ZGS. The 50Bs, I think, took too long to come from the backside. 4 versus 5 already, and still 5 relatively healthy tanks from ZGS. They can't really let this one go, I would say. ZGS looking to put bounce onto Crimino, and we will be seeing Yori 12 going to put a big shot into Nopad. Oh, Comedy took a big hit in the 50B. I mean, showing the side the rear armor. I think the HE shells are impending. Now it's 3 versus 5. They want Nopad of the match. Don't think it's going to matter too much. If we are talking about this focus fire and so on. Now Swissbot reloading. Kirovat's great shot to Nopan. Nopan down to one shot potentially. Nopan is now killed. Corrado is now dead. And Yuri 12 down to a 2-shot. Big shot onto his Comedy as well. And we're now seeing Samurai coming from behind. Hello, Style Falca. Or the Falcon dude, how are you doing? And there's Samurai looking to get Comedy. Comedy turn his tag just quickly enough not to show the backside, but no, it's now showing the backside. So Samurai killing off Comedy 1 versus 4. No question whatsoever. This is certainly ZGS. And they bring it to 1-2. Vale in a bit of trouble. The second match, Will Vale seal the deal, or will ZGS give a bit of a shake for Vale now? It's going to be, I forgot to change the scene. 5 tanks doing more than 2k in Vale, 2 tanks doing more than 2k, 2-1 as it stands. Well done to Vale and to ZGS. Vale looked right off that 50B, didn't quite didn't quite muster. I don't know. Well, didn't quite didn't quite help them. I don't know. The strategy didn't quite work for them, or as they didn't intend. They thought those tanks near A could hold longer, but certainly there is an IS7 losing so many hit points, and that allowed ZGS to push. And when ZGS knows there's nothing from behind shooting them, they know the 50Bs are are somewhere else. So well done to ZGS. That was some really good tempo management from them. Now 2-1 for Vale. Still match point to Vale. ZGS, can they bring another one back and bring it to a tiebreaker? We'll find out soon. There we go. There you go. ZGS blue team from south spawn, Vale red team from the north spawn. We're now seeing Samurai, the TP, leading the charge in the mid though. Oh, a shot coming from Elysium. Oh, Elysium. FFTB sneakily great shot into Samurai, but receives one in return. On the other hand, we're seeing Eagle diving into B immediately, trying to get a cap lead for Vale. And C will be captured by ZGS, so that would mean ZGS only needs 1 kill to swing the advantage back to their favor. B is now captured. Eagle now in this area here. Very aggressive. Usually there will be a lot of tanks looking at this opening to his left, but there is only Swissbot that is a bit close up to the crossfire for the opening. So, or maybe not. He's actually back behind, so that means Eagle won't feel much pressure. They can always try to get A as well, Elysium, but would that mean ZGS will can move? So that's something that Elysium is mindful of, and he is spotted, so he knows that someone is at the back spotting him up. So with Swissbot still unspotted, they know they can't really get A. And they don't need to get A as well, because they have to hit their cap point advantage. It's all about them to conserving the hit points. Let ZGS do the push. ZGS need to make a push because they don't have the hit point, the cap point advantage. So where are they potentially going to push? We'll find out now. We'll find out soon. Kirovet's to hit. Primino moving upwards. So far, nothing it has materialized. Dorado, maybe looking to put a shot, maybe not. And Van Milo in that mouse. So far, it's another dull affair, with Vale having more cap points and hit points than ZGS at the moment. ZGS, they really need to find the weakness of Vale. It's going to be really hard. Can they do it? Because they really need to put a lot more shells. They need to trade a lot better than Vale in order to win this one. But it's going to be even harder when Kirovets took a hit from Vale. Great shot from Dopan, by the way. But as it stands, really, Vale has the big upper hand here. Criminal receives a hit. Swissbot might have found the weakness. Oh, now A is going to be captured, so that's going to pile even more pressure to ZGS now. Kirovets took a hit from Nopen. And with A now captured, Vale will have 10 cap points for 2 seconds of increase, so that means only 20 seconds remaining to go for ZGS. They need to make a decision within 20 seconds. Oh, they shot into Vamilo though. Still not enough to bring hit points back to the favor, but that's will certainly make it a little bit better for them to push, because now the hit was a bit closer. But Samurai took a hit because he's showing the side turret armor to Vale. Oh, we're now seeing ZGS push coming in here. Can they do it? But they're pushing the mouse. They are focusing the mouse. This is GV written over again. And Vale certainly punishing ZGS for rushing the mouse. So Kawado is now dead. And with Vale having more cap points, almost 900, Ioshi now dead. This is going to get close. Kirovet's quite low. Criminal wants to get Kirovet out of the way. Kirovet's now down to one shot. Criminal will kill Kirovet. Now 940 cap points for Vale. Certainly the comedy needs to get Yori 12 out of the way. That kill alone is enough. Vale 3-1. We'll be finishing the group in the third place. ZGS fourth place. Well done to ZGS and Vale. We can safely say the upper bracket first round, it will be LOCA, Jones, Serenity, and Raid. challenge the last chance tournament will be Vale, Sparta, Val, and ZGS. Congratulations to all the teams here. Huge congratulations to ZGS and Vale. Brought it back. That was quite a convincing result, if I were honest with you. To be honest with you, so well done. And hopefully, this is going to be the end of the stream, and definitely the last stream from my end. And Sparta won 3-0 against TTT. Serenity lost to Reti 3 in a shocking defeat. Not sure what happened there. So that means Reti will actually, no, ZGS will not get the 4th place. It will be Reti getting the 4th place. ZGS, unfortunately, will be rooted at the bottom of the table. Reti, that was an important victory for them, and they will be in the last chance tournament instead of ZGS. So, wow, what anticlimactic end, I have to say. So what happened tonight is originally ZGS was leading in tiebreak before. Tonight CHRD is in 4th place, and then Reti being the unlikely, making an unlikely comeback to bring it to 3-0 for them, and yeah, 3-0. For and it ends 3-0 to Jones. Jones 3-0 to Val. Which means I think Val would be rooted in the 4th place. And Sparta win TTT 3-0, obviously. And we're waiting for LOCA versus Immortals. If Immortals win, that means we will have a tie break. Sparta, Val, and Immortals, but because Immortals lost to both Sparta and Val, that means Immortals, even if they win against LOCA, they won't be in the top 4. So as it stands, Sparta will be in the 3rd and Val in 4th, Jones 1st, LOCA 2nd. If we update the table as well.
spirits free.
This is going to be the final result for Group 2.
Together we can bring back home the ones who've lost and give them love.
And we are awaiting LOCA 3-1 against Immortals. So well done to Immortals. Well done to LOCA, and commiserations to Immortals. And we have all the results now. That means Group 1, Jones, LOCA, SPRTA, VAL, Immortals, TTT. Group 2, Serenity, RA1D, VE1L, RA1D, CHRD, and ZGS. It was an exciting fourth place matchup. Yeah, so I mean, RA1D losing their first 3 games 0-3, and then really making a comeback 3-0 against Serenity, 3-1 against 3-2 against CHRD, and they snatched the final spot in the last chance tournament. So this is going to be important. We'll see interfere in the final stages in the last chance tournament.
You can be anything you wish to be. Don't let anybody tell you differently. Because in this world there are no limitations.
Okay, so here we go. All the results are now finalized. So that means round 4. So that means upper bracket first round we have Jones versus RA1D, Serenity versus LOCA, last chance tournament will begin with SPRTA versus RA1D and VE1L versus VAL. Wow. Which 2 teams will qualify to the stage 3 lower bracket first round for the final 2 slots into stage 3? You'll find out on Thursday. So there will be a break on Wednesday, and here we go. We are going to be seeing. And here we go. So it's been me, Wildman's Helper. We'll go quickly to have a dinner break. I'll see you all on Thursday in another stream. Potentially.